Paranormal. Para X. The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of Para X, its affiliates, or its sponsors.
Supernatural. Magic. Ghosts. UFOs. Bigfoot. Extraterrestrial. Psychic energy.
The Calling.
Good evening, everyone, and happy Odin's Day. Yeah. Okay. I thought for sure since we talked about it, ladies, beforehand, you would jump into it, but wow.
I don't follow Norse tradition, but happy Odin's Day.
Yeah, there you go. Gosh, I just learned that today, and I thought it was actually pretty cool that it's known today as Wednesday. Steph's asking, Odin's Day? I said, yeah, Wednesday is actually considered Odin's Day. And why? I'm going to tell you. It's because that's what it is. Name of the days of the week, origin and meeting. The days of the week sound, in most cases, very Nordic in both Danish and English. While the origin of weekday names is relatively straightforward in Danish, it is real cultural mix when it comes to the English language. I thought it was really interesting. Like Monday let's go to Sunday, is Sol, who is a goddess in Norse mythology. Sol means sun. Over time, the day of the sun became Sunday. In the runic alphabet, the rune's S name is sun. So I thought it was pretty cool. And then Monday is, I tell you, saying some of this, is named after the Latin name for moon is Luna. In French, it is still called Lundi. In Nordic, it's called, I do believe that's Menai. There's so much about that. I don't understand why I still have sound going. Okay, there, we got that. But anyway, yeah, Tuesday is Nordic god Tyr. Come on, you said you knew some of this stuff, you guys.
No, I don't.
No,
Not
I
really.
don't.
A little.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so let me give you a little tidbit about Lundi, because on the Monday before Mardi Gras, it's known as Lundi Gras, which is the day before Mardi Gras.
Well, there,
I
see,
learned that in, yeah.
that was
That
a
I
bunch
knew.
of information. That was
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, I'm from New Orleans. I know that.
Well, there you go. And tomorrow, which is Thursday, is known as Thor Day.
Yeah, Thor's. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's his day.
And, yep. And Frigg is, name also Freya is for Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And Saturday is, I can't even say that word. Laug? I can't say the word.
I'm not sure. I don't remember Saturday.
Yeah. Well, Steph, you should have been doing this because you're the Norse goddess of Columbia Heights. So there you go. So there, this is actually one of their things that the gathering should have gone after, is that kind of stuff, because I guess we don't know nothing about it.
Not really. Not a whole lot. No.
And is it Shauna's birthday from
Yeah,
Pete?
Yes.
we
Yeah.
just
Wow.
saw that.
Yeah.
Happy birthday! Whoop whoop!
Yeah, happy birthday. Wow. That's pretty cool. Are you going to do anything special? Are you going to send us anything? I don't know.
What, you
her.
gonna find her some cookies? What are you gonna do?
Right.
Wait a minute. Wait. She says, stop calling me a freak, Jerry. When did I
What?
call her a freak?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But she does. That's all that matters.
Yeah, right. And of course, Steph, we all know that Lagertha is your ancestor. You wish.
I'm the daughter
You know-
of Dontor, so hey.
Of who?
Dontor.
Who's Dontor?
Urzuli Dontor. Voodoo Loa.
Oh.
No? Who?
Urzuli Dontor, one of the three Urzuli sisters. And I'm the daughter of Dontor. I've given her blood. And she protects me.
Who are they?
The Loa, the voodoo Loa, the gods of Loa, or the
I
the
don't
gods
know
of voodoo.
who they are.
Oh,
And I
okay.
bet you there's a lot of
See?
people that are listening right now that are going,
What?
what is she talking about? Jerry's asked 3
I
times.
kind of heard. I kind of heard about this. I'm just saying, but
Yeah.
that's a whole different show. If you
Yeah.
ask me, Willow. 'Cause
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot
why.
to
I
learn.
mean, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. I'm just
Yeah, we
saying.
should do that. We do a voodoo show.
Ding. Yeah, talk about different things and different. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Jerry's like, what is that first?
well, you
What
guys
is it?
could,
What?
inform me about whatever
Okay.
it is.
Well, in voodoo, we have altars to the different deities, and the Loa are the different.
They represent
Archetypes.
different things.
Yeah, they're different archetypes. We'll just kind of like the goddesses of paganism and the gods of
Right.
Norse tradition. So for Urzuli Dontor, Urzuli Freda, and Lassarin are the three Urzuli sisters. And they all don't get along. But that's why Urzuli Dontor has a scar on her face, because she got in a fight with her sister. Anyway,
I told
but-
you this was a whole different show.
it's a whole different show. But I can tell you that Urzuli Dontor is the protector of women and children, so they stop men from harming us.
Oh, and did it work?
It did. She's now taking care of my ex-husband. It's fine. It's fine for me.
Wow. It's
He
fine
looks like
for
a
me.
well, he looks like a troll. That's what karma does. So.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Troll.
Troll.
Awesome. Okay. Let's let Kimberly start out.
Yeah. What are we talking about today, Kim?
Oh, let's talk about those ground moving and earthworms and I don't know. Well, Jerry sent a bunch of videos, which I think strange occurrences. That's what we're talking. So we're talking like nature, strange occurrences, and there is strange occurrences like, for instance, Colombia. It's like vibrations that come from the ground. And they're in these certain caves or tunnels or certain places, and for some odd reason, it's either like a magnetism, some type of like it looks so bizarre. The ground actually vibrates, and it just makes like a pulsating, and you can literally see this pulsating, and it's like if the ground. A man describes it, and he's talking he's Hispanic, so he's talking in Spanish, and he describes it as like a roar or some type of ground, and you can literally hear the ground sound and everything. And what are these types of occurrences? They still to this day cannot figure it out. And then I went off the deep end when they were starting to talk about the atmosphere and blah 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 and this and that. But these are strange things that can happen. And so
And this actually started in 2018 when
Yes.
they were doing a massive government job,
Mhm.
and they were doing a tunnel through, and they called it a wormhole, but it's not really a wormhole.
No, I don't
because-
think it is a wormhole.
No,
Jerry.
they
It
drove
wouldn't
through
work.
it.
Yeah,
Right.
they
Yeah.
couldn't do that.
Right.
Yep, it drove through it, and nothing happened. They couldn't get any kind of reception on the radio because
Right.
it was, in the mountain. So, but people were driving through it, and it was just an incredible thing. And I don't know, I think that would really freak me out to see it because it
I
was
know.
so pulsating. It was almost
Yeah.
like, electrical impulses.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like, you know what it reminded me of? Like if somebody had a huge magnet, like super huge, and they would just throw the magnet over the tunnel, throw the magnet, and it's just,
Yep.
everything going up in the air. See, Willow, I just saw you say that. What?
Okay. They're digging through a mountain, right? To make
Right.
this tunnel, right? I think that's
Yeah.
what they did. It looks like they did it. We talk a lot about the extraterrestrials having colonies under the ground.
Right.
What if there's something going on in Colombia? What if they do have some sort of magnetic pulsing kind of equipment we don't know about? But it's not harming anybody, obviously, because they're driving through it. But I always go, it must be ETs.
Oh my God.
Well,
But no, really,
Okay.
what else could it be? I mean, are we doing it?
in a
True.
way, when they were driving through it, they did say something about it because it could have been human related type of thing. But when they were driving through it, you could see it pulsate a little bit, but it was like if the car, because they were in a truck, it was like if it disturbed it such a little bit, because they were still driving through it, you could still see a little bit of it moving.
Yeah.
Like if it was, kind of a little bit, disturbing.
Right.
But yet when you're looking way in front, you could still see this happening.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, is it, coming from, from the universe, or not universe, I would say closer than that, but the atmosphere, and it's causing that to happen? Is it like a huge vortex that is electrifying and just boom, boom, boom? I mean, there's a lot to describe. Like you said, Jerry, they did say that the radios were going wonko and everything, probably couldn't use their phones or whatnot because they're wondering how strange is this. But again, is it, or you're right, maybe, Willow, it is some type of
We don't know.
extraterrestrial kind of.
I mean, honestly, they've found them, I guess, underground in caverns and whatever, setting up shop, doing their thing. And I remember the one guy that got shot by them. He's no longer with us. Somebody rubbed him out. But, it was interesting because it was they were sent down there to do some sort of check on something at a military base. And when they went down in the elevator, they found these aliens and they attacked them.
Okay. I don't know. I think it's kind of strange.
Yeah, it's interesting. And since there is disturbing the radios, because I was going to ask that, because I didn't catch that I was wondering if it was disturbing their electronic equipment and stuff, because then it would be like magnetic or electrical pulses.
Right.
It did look really interesting.
Yeah, it really did. It looked really cool. But too
And
bad.
that was scary. That would be scary because honestly, that's something you couldn't even explain in what is going on. And they did think it was going to explode or do some kind of cave in or something. So that's what they were worried about because they were under there.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the whole, like the sinking holes and stuff that are coming up everywhere now. Look at that. And that's a lot. There is a lot going on with those sinking holes. I mean, Florida, they have them in New Mexico, I think it is, or something like that. I mean, and these are recent. These aren't just, what's the cause of that? I just think it's just really odd. So
we have tons of those here.
Do you really?
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's because in the beginning, when the city was starting to be created, somebody thought it would be a great idea to have a subway system below the water level, may I point out.
Oh, no.
Now there's all these abandoned things, and it's causing huge sinkholes. There was one a couple of years back right in front of the Harrah's, right near the French Quarter, like massive, took the whole street out.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was crazy. They had the World's Fair here, I guess. I don't know when it was. I don't remember the dates because I wasn't really big into that. But yeah, they were trying to do all this expansion and they thought, oh, well, let's do, subways and all this stuff. You can't do that when you're below sea level. You can't even bury people underground.
Right.
They're going to float. What you gonna do? Your subway? You gonna all drown? Are you gonna wear scuba suits to go in the subway trains?
Right.
I mean, honestly, you would need that. It was just not a good plan.
Yeah. No, that really isn't. That really isn't. It's funny how the sinkholes. I mean, I remember, was it last year where all the sinkholes were coming around all over the United States, and even in places that they never thought.
Right.
Here in Minnesota, they had a couple of sinkholes go through. I do believe one was in Ramsey that took almost a whole house.
Did it really?
Geez.
I didn't even know about the one here.
Wow.
Yeah, that was crazy. Well,
they thought
outlaw sinkholes.
They thought the one. Yeah, they thought the one in Mexico, I think the house, like if it sunk in around the house or something like that to me is like really weird. But the house didn't go anywhere, and it still had some of the ground was loose. And I don't think anybody got hurt, but there was it literally went around the home and sunk.
Wow.
I mean, to me, that to me is freaky. Like, now that's the strange occurrence. You know what I mean? To wake up and be all like, yeah, exactly. That's exactly how the man explained it.
Gone, but the house is still here, but the whole yard is now
what the heck?
Gone. Yeah. Oh my God.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Wow.
Those are bizarre to me, Jerry. So
yeah. Wow. Let's talk about some other ones here now. Now there's one. Where is it?
I like that underwater one. That was interesting.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that one. You start out.
Oh, I don't remember all of it. I just saw her diving into this like sand and she just disappeared. But it's like going into like a cave or something. But it's really crazy how that sand just covers it back up.
Covers it right back up. Yes. Yep. I mean, is it? And she was digging.
Yeah.
So there was some kind of, and how did she, but that was so weird because how did she know that was there? She goes in, she's diving, she's in a scuba and she's diving in. And I just thought, oh my God, because at first I was like, what the heck happened to her? And she goes in and then I think, does she come back out or what is she? Does it describe him what happens to her? Or
I don't know. I didn't see her come out.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't see that part whatsoever. I know it was on National Geographic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
but
sure
why
she comes out.
But she should have had like a line because what if you go in there and you can't find the old hole to get back out?
Right.
But
That's
what is
I
that?
Can understand.
That to me, what is that? Because it literally covered her like back up. Like and all she did was dig. She dug through it. She knew it was there. She digs through it, and then she goes in, and then that was it. And it was just talking about how these occurrences, or what is that underneath the sea like that,
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean, is it the same as those sinking holes? Is it the same thing or something? Well, get this. So I was looking at that, and so I was looking at strange occurrences. Now, get this. There are underwater crop circles, aliens, or strange fish. So they're huge. They look like medallions. Yep. So when I saw that, I knew, right away. And that, again, is a strange occurrence. They look like these huge medallions. They're probably like a room size, maybe 12 feet by 12 feet. So they're wondering, is there a huge fish that can cause those? Or some type of fish that can a big enough fish, because it is a big one, or is it alien related? What do you guys think?
Well, I've seen that, and there are fish that actually create those, but
Okay.
they're not that big.
Oh, okay.
The
No,
fish
these
aren't
are
that
bigger.
big. No, the thing they make is huge,
Oh,
but
okay.
the fish aren't big. That was the
Really?
odd thing. Yeah. I can't remember the name of the fish, but I found it fascinating, and it's beautiful what they
Mhm.
create in the sand.
Oh, yeah. It looks like a beautiful medallion, some type of
Yeah.
huge medallion. It's
Yeah.
probably where they line up maybe, and then they kind of, you know what I mean? And it makes some kind of a real pretty,
Man, I can't remember.
but it's
God,
gorgeous.
it's been a while since I saw that, but yeah, it is a fish, and it's something about the way they know. It's like they follow ley lines or something. I don't know, but the way they're doing it, it's with their fins.
Right, right.
Really crazy,
That is.
and
That is.
it's all perfect.
And the whole alien thing, I always see programs that show where the alien ships come from the underwaters and stuff like that. And I don't think it's alien. I think it is those fish,
Yeah.
What do you think, Jerry? Have you ever seen those?
I know I have not.
They're kind of cool looking if you
Yeah,
ask.
they're really pretty. But now it makes me wonder what that diver was doing, and is that one of their entrances for the alien civilizations under the water? I don't know. But we don't know what that is. It's like quicksand under
Right.
the ocean.
Well,
Right.
that's true. That could be true. That could be something, or well, when you get a current and the current can suck you in. So it could be about the same thing, except it doesn't cause a current. Maybe it causes this movement of the sand. Maybe it causes, and the sand lays flat, let's say, and then once something is over it, it could just suck you in. How scary is that? How scary is that?
Yeah, and she had no
No kidding.
lifeline. She had no lifeline.
Right? That's true.
Oh,
She
he
didn't
kept
have
saying.
anything with her. So
I'm
it
like,
doesn't
how are you
really
gonna find
explain.
your way
Maybe I
out
just
there?
didn't look at it right. I don't know.
I know.
I thought it was strange, though.
Maybe there's another further YouTube on it, because it wasn't very long from what I remember. And it was just they showed her disappearing. I'm like, hello, bring her back.
Oh,
That's not magic. Bring it back.
so they think it's a puffer fish from Japan, to be exact, is
Whoa.
responsible for creating these designs that sit undisturbed at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty awesome. I think
And they're little. They're not big. Pufferfish aren't that big.
Yeah, and
but
they
it's
make
really
some pretty
cool.
cool things. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
So, you guys, how far down do you think it is until you get to the center of the Earth?
Further
Oh,
than I'm
gosh.
going to go.
Well, like how much do you think? Just guess.
Well,
have no
apparently,
idea.
if you go and you travel to the, it's like it'll take years to get there or something. And
How deep would a hole have to be before it hit the center of the Earth?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm very surprised by this answer that I found here.
I would say miles, but I don't know.
It's 7.67 miles.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah,
get to the
which
hole?
just kills me. Yeah, the deepest hole ever dug. They went down to do that, and something broke their drill bit, and they actually struck molten sulfur. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to dig a hole that far down?
Well, they're probably wondering how far down. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
they're
just
probably-
stupid. You know, I mean, you got to look at it this way. There's the
Risky.
center of the Earth is, it's supposed to be sealed. It's supposed to be. By doing that, you're relieving pressure. What could that possibly do to the Earth that, needs some of that? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That's like, if somebody was to drill into your arm, you're going to start to bleed. And it's going to keep going uncontrollably.
Oh, according to Steph, it's almost 4,000 miles.
Right.
4,000? Okay.
Yes.
That
Wait
makes
a
more
minute.
sense. Because I'm like, look, I walked 2
Oh,
miles.
humans
It's
have.
gotta-
Okay. Yes, my bad. Yeah, because I was like, it just doesn't seem like this is right. But okay, no, humans have drilled over 7.67 miles. Okay.
Yep.
My bad.
Almost 4,000. Okay, and then Geek says, "Oh my God, I'm watching that wormhole thing. Holy bejeebies!" Right? I thought it was interesting
Yep.
too. I did.
Right.
Yeah. I was really hoping it was a Stargate. I'm like, yeah, let's see this. Let's see where
Oh
they
my
go.
You just want to see Kurt Russell in it.
Not really. No.
No,
Not my type.
I don't think he's that cute. I don't know, girls. I don't think Kurt Russell's that cute. I mean, he's okay. He's nice to the eyes, but other than that, just saying.
Sorry if I'm disappearing here. I got a cat.
I know. I noticed that.
Covered everything.
You got the ghost kitty going on there.
Right?
Is that
He was
Professor?
swatting, yeah. Professor Maurice Dinklebottom, and he was swatting at you, Jerry.
Oh, I'm sure.
He can't figure out what's going on. Mom's talking to these people on this screen, and it was funny. It was one of those strange occurrences. You had to be there.
You had to be. Okay, let's see now. There is another one here. Okay, did you guys watch the one of police found a tunnel inside of a KFC?
Yes,
Yes.
Yep.
I saw that a while back ago, actually.
that
Oh.
wasn't really a strange occurrence. That was
No, it's not. It's just
that
weird,
was just
you know.
bad.
What was it exactly?
It was they were smuggling people. I think they were
Yeah.
hiding. They were hiding
hiding.
immigrants. That's all it was.
That's what it was. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they actually, people are finding more and more, like when they go into these old homes and different places, they're finding these tunnels. Like you can go into a closet and then you'll see a little hook and you just pull it up and there's this huge, humongous room underneath their house.
Yep.
And they wonder, because there's chairs and there's clothing and stuff like that. So back in the time, they used to, hide, people that they were wanted for slavery or whatnot. And, there was different, underground, train.
The underground tunnel.
Tunnels,
Underground
yeah,
railroad.
or railroads, yeah. So they would,
Yeah.
hide these people and stuff like. But there was just so many of them, and people didn't even know that they were in their homes for years.
Yeah, but now they're finding strangers are actually living in there.
Oh yeah, I saw
And
that,
they're
Willow.
Coming up. Yeah, they're coming up in the middle of the night and using their food and whatever.
Yes, and watching them while they're showering. Apparently,
Yeah.
yes, and they were living there for a long time. Apparently,
Yeah.
That
There
is-
was another one that they were living in somebody's attic.
Yes,
too. And they
I
would
saw
put
that one. I
down
was just
whatever
gonna
they
say
needed to.
that is
Crazy.
weird.
Now
Yeah.
that's a strange occurrence. Just creepy. Just
Creepy.
creepy.
I'm kind of looking at now. They're talking about Sean Connery, and
Oh yeah, they are. Look at what we did. It's
Oh my
hilarious.
gosh.
Kind of handsome old
oh gosh,
Sean Connery. Yeah, he is. He's a good looker, especially as now. So is Sam
Wait a
Elliott,
minute.
ladies. Sam Elliott is a good
oh
looker
my
too.
god.
I always thought Sam Elliott was hot. I actually dated somebody that looked like him back in the day. Mm-hmm.
You
He
know,
was one of the older people I dated.
he's a great actor. I've seen almost every movie he's made. But if you ever see the movie Bigfoot with Sam, what was it called? The Man Who Killed Hitler and the Bigfoot.
What?
It is the worst movie I have ever seen in my entire life, and I'm sure that he's like,
Are you
all
sure
I
it's
got
him?
was, yeah, it's Sam Elliott. I own the movie. Steph's got it, and it's like,
I never knew he was in a Bigfoot movie.
oh,
Is
it's so dumb. His-
Well,
It's
maybe that's
scary.
why I didn't watch it.
He
I mean, it
probably
was
got his
stupid.
check he probably got his check and he's looking at it going, $16? That's it? It's that bad.
Oh,
my
yes.
God.
Now the ladies are going in there. They're
Oh,
like,
they are. They're swooning. Anyway, it's time for break.
oh,
Get
geez.
yeah.
stuff. All right. We're going to go to break. We'll be right back in a couple minutes.
Oh. UFOs. Bigfoot. Cryptid.
All this is on the call. Just think if you listen to the words of our
Those geek ladies, Sean and Victoria from Exploring the Paranormal with Geeks Paranormal, are at it again with another amazing season full of paranormal celebrity interviews with amazing guests and stories of haunted locations and so much more. You will hear it first on Para X. Tune in Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Central. You will not be disappointed.
Your source for everything paranormal. Para X.
Willow and Kimberly of The Calling, and we want to tell you, if you want to listen to our show and you just made it here like Moofy did, she's always late, you can tomorrow you can go ahead and go to www.thecallingradioshow.com, and you can choose it there, or you can go to YouTube channel, The Calling Radio Show. Now, Para X, I had to work last night, and I didn't get a chance to listen to The Gathering with Steph and Heidi. And let me tell you, it really bothers me because I really, really like listening to all the different shows on Para X. There's so many to choose from. Geeks right after us, and of course, like I said, The Gathering, which is on Tuesday nights from 8 to 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. It's awesome. Check them all out, people. All right, we are back, and let's see. We left off talking about hot celebrity guys. I don't want to be in that conference. Let's move along. So
that will be followed after the hot rocker guys too. Because I had a boyfriend that used to look like Lenny Kravitz. Girls, what about that one?
Oh, God.
Jerry's all
Oh, sorry. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Oh, that is so gross.
I wish she had an emoji. I think there is an emoji like that.
There
Isn't
probably is.
Yeah, I just got to see here. Nope, there's a swearing one. Yeah, I don't see one like that. Bummer.
I found there's a green one. But he's
Yeah,
not
there's the
throwing.
green one. Yeah, you got that.
He's not barfing. Yeah.
Anyway, so moving right along. So now, I know it used to be a mysterious occurrence, and that was the Japanese suicide forest.
Yeah.
Which
That
is known as the sea of trees. But people used to go there. As a matter of fact, my daughter, when she was in a band a while back, they did a tour to Japan, and she loved it there, and she wanted to go there and everything, but cost a little bit too much to go there. But like in 2003, 105 bodies were found in the forest, exceeding the previous record of 78 in 2002.
Wow.
The police reported more than 200 people having attempted suicide in the forest, of whom 54 completed the act. Suicides are said to be to increase during March and the end of the fiscal year in Japan. As of 2011, the most common means of suicide in the forest was hanging or drug overdose. In recent years, local officials have stopped publicizing the numbers in the attempt to decrease the suicides that are going on. And it's crazy that that's really happening. But a lot of people thought it was because you go in, sound doesn't carry. Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't carry at all. I mean, you could scream for somebody and they're not going to hear it. You could be a short ways away and you're not going to hear it. It's because of the lava rock that it's actually all based out of. But I've seen photos of it, of what's happened there and stuff, and it's just terrible that people, think about that and they go into these forests and of course already, if you're already depressed and everything else, and you go into a forest that doesn't have anything, sure, it's lush and green and stuff, but you can't hear a bird unless it lands on your shoulder.
It's weird, yeah.
Because I've talked many times about going up to Bemidji and in 10 Strike and going to listen to the trees. You're in dense forest, but yet you can hear everything that goes around you. I don't think I could ever imagine of going into a forest where it's dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you ladies do on the show, dead air. No.
Hey.
Well,
okay, so let's think about this. You're right, Jerry. There's a lot of people who've killed themselves, and there's so much video about this forest in particular. And the thing is what gets me is I feel like there's some kind of gravity to once you hit that edge of that forest, and some people feel like they shouldn't go in there, and there's some people that say that they feel like a magnet, like something draws them to go in. And it makes them feel like weird and strange, but it's something that is attracting. So I wonder if that's, again, here's this type of magnet, type of energy that's causing these people to go in and kill themselves and hurt themselves. I mean, could it be these types of trees? Could it be something, evil in the ground or something, you just never know.
Well,
Spirits.
My thoughts on that, exactly.
Right, exactly.
Spirits, because, you already have, people can have attachments, and attachments, if a person dies or is murdered or is the one that did the killing, but then they were killed too. So a lot of people are afraid to cross because of addiction or, stuff like that. Right. So if they are, that low where they did that they probably just want to bring somebody else in there so they can feel good for a moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because in something like that, actually, now this is weird, guys. I'd like to go there. And why? Just to measure inside there, like about a mile or two in, of how the EMF readings, the
that's true.
compass readings, all that. Is there something there that's actually holding you there that you may go in just to find out about it, and then all of a sudden it just grabs you and it does that? Right. Is it maybe the thought that this is the suicide sorry, a very uncomfortable couch I have, and it's horrifying. Anyway, that it's that, intriguing to where
Right.
all of a sudden, you just want to do it.
Yeah. But at the same time, what if it's such a haunted forest that those spirits are just kind of pulling the susceptible, the vulnerable in, like
Yep.
really just pulling them in, and then take over their mind and have them follow through with what their thought was. It's like there's oppressive spirits that can make you hurt yourself.
Right.
And this could be a whole forest full of oppressive spirits that are
Yep.
making all these people hurt themselves.
Yep, they're sucking your energy right out of you.
Right out of you. Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't like Ben Hansen or Josh Gates go to that
Yes.
forest?
Yes,
I could have
Josh
sworn they
Gates
did, and I
Mhm.
thought they heard screams coming out of the forest, not like, I guess, something maybe to tempt them to go in or something. Maybe, I don't know. And I don't remember if he went all the way through. I think he only went a little bit in there. I'm not sure, but then they didn't. Something happened. I
They
just
didn't
remember
stay,
that.
I don't think.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
But
that I
I
remember.
I think they had some equipment. They were testing it, I
Uh-huh.
think, from what I remember. But yeah, it was creepy. And I know they did it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of places other than the suicide forest. I mean, there's plenty of places. There's bridges that attract people. There's the what is that? God, Stephanie knows the train that goes. Stephanie knows. Come on, Steph,
Oh,
And it
come on.
kinda-
I know what you're talking about, too. You're talking about the Goat Man Bridge.
The Goat Man, where the
Yeah.
bridge is at. Yes,
Yep,
and
I've been there.
Potluck Trussell or something like that. Potluck. So, Steph was like, we were together and we were hanging out, and of course, right away she was, because they say, and there's been like 2 deaths there, and there were 2 paranormal investigators, and that happened to get drawn in apparently, and they were walking the top of the bridge, and there's no way, there's only one way that the train comes, and you'd have to hurry across if you're on the bridge, and there's nowhere to go except down. So that's what happened.
The last victim was a girl, and
Yep.
it was nothing that drew them in. It
Okay.
was her boyfriend that said, "Come on, let's just go up there."
Yeah.
So they were going to try to make it across before a train came. You can't hear that train when it's coming until you see it. And then
Right.
if you're far enough on there and stuff like that, he was able to get off, but she was
wasn't.
not.
Mhm.
And gosh, it's just terrible.
Now he has to live with that.
Exactly.
Exactly. But
Steve said something here, maybe an evil vortex. Exactly.
I
That's
believe
the
that.
big thing. Yeah.
I believe that, because what did attract the people in the first place? That's how I see it. So yes,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah. Steph and when we were there that one time, and Katie were the ones. Actually, Katie was the one I do believe that worried us the most. I think she wanted to go up there. I mean, Steph. I don't recall if Steph wanted to go in there or not.
I'm
But I
talking
know-
about the time we went. When we went,
Right, I know, but I'm talking about the time we went.
Oh,
So
okay.
Talk about that too, yo.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys went. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, didn't you go to Waverly with us?
No.
Oh, you didn't. Okay,
Didn't invite. We weren't bigwigs yet.
stop. It was part of the MPC, the Minnesota Paranormal Coalition.
Yeah, I wasn't in that.
So there.
I wasn't invited. But anyways, so Steph felt like she was like attracted to it, so I don't know. And we were like telling her, get down and everything. And she's, I just think it's just odd. And these are the things I think can happen. Like, just like Steve B says, there could have been some type of an evil vortex or something that causes these things to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, too, you got to remember that Steph is Norwegian, so she is bullheaded as
Yes,
everything. So
That explains that too.
I'm going to get yelled at for that.
I would say maybe we should say courageous, brave,
Right. Right.
a risk taker.
Oh, yeah. Taking one for the team to get hit by a train.
No, but she wasn't going on the trestle. She was kind of going over the gate. She wanted to see beyond, and it kind of looked, I don't know. I think it is, I don't know. There's just so many mysterious things, guys, and our whole universe and our whole, oceans and our earth and everything. There's still things that are out there to explore, and I think it's crazy cool. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about now. Have you ever been, well, I might as well ask you, Kimberly, have you ever been to, what is it called, the House on the Rock over in Wisconsin?
I heard about that, but I have not.
I heard it's got, like the magnetic pole is really screwed up in that house.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know. Has anybody been there? That's in the chat.
Oh, the place where it's where you lean and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been there in Wisconsin.
I've been to the one in California. There is one in California as well. I've been to that one when I was real little. So
when I was a little girl, my parents took me to the Wisconsin Dells, and we stopped at several places along the way. Yeah, I was little though. I was like 5. That's when I remember it.
You do remember the house?
I remember that. And then my mom took me back after my father died, and we went with another lady and her daughter. And I remember going to that spot, and my friend and I got to, mess around in that leaning, and it was weird, and sitting on the chair.
Is the house actually, is it the house that's off kilter? They built it like that, or is it kind of the ground?
The whole ground is weird because you think you're standing up straight, but you're leaning.
Right.
When you walk in,
very
apparently
weird.
you're leaning. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you walk in, all of a sudden you're leaning. It's something to do with the place. The house looks normal. Everything that looks normal. When you take a broom, it kind of gravitates leaning as well.
Yeah.
It's something to do with something like magnetism type thing, like an energy, maybe like a vortex kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Hold on, guys.
Huh.
Take a look at the photo that Steph just put in the chat room. Well, look at Steph's face and look behind her next to her.
Yeah. Look
what
at that, you guys.
What the heck is that?
That's the what do you call him? The goat man.
Oh,
Doesn't that look like the goat man? It kind of does.
Doesn't look like a goat. Okay, wait a minute. Where is a picture of the goat man? You said it kind of looks like the goat man.
Well, they do. I mean, people have a bunch of pictures of what the goat man may look like. So
it's really strange.
It's just strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
And actually, when that happened, our stuff was it was crazy. Like we couldn't take a normal picture for some odd reason. That's what it was doing. In that space. Yes. And everybody's phone, I think everybody's phone was doing it. So
that's the first time I've ever seen that photo.
Really?
That's weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of creepy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm hoping to get a picture with me and some spirit. I thought that would be really cool. Like at the hotel bar and grill, I think it'd be really cool.
Oh,
yeah, we'll take pictures. We'll go back.
I could use that for publicity. That'd be awesome.
There you go. Yeah.
You never.
Yep. You never know what's going to happen at the Humbird or at the Hotel Bar and Grill in Wisconsin, in Humbird. So remember, people, if you are looking, we need vendors still. So if anybody out there is thinking, well, it'd be kind of fun to do that in October 8th and 9th, we're still looking for vendors on October 9th, and we still have rooms available there.
Check that out, you guys. I still think it's cool.
Look at that.
Yeah.
How come it's cropped? Is there certain
Because she's trying to show you something. She's just trying to show you a spot there on the
who was standing on your guys' side?
Oh, I don't know.
I know.
Actually, I think me and Steph had a great time.
Well, look at Steph's face, though. She looks
Those are like
she's
super
gonna get sick.
memories. Yeah, see, she was acting weird. That's how she was acting. Like, so that doesn't even look like Steph, you guys. I'm just saying she's in a trance. Look at her.
Yeah, you can tell that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See? And that's how she was acting. She was acting really odd. And then as soon as we moved from that area, she was good. Like she went back to normal. I'm
Well,
just
look
saying.
at Katie, though. Katie's smiling, so kind of a devilish smile.
That's just
Oh, I loved it.
crazy.
Yeah, Katie pulled her away. That's true. Oh my gosh, we had a good
Oh, I
time.
just want to tell Shauna of Geeks, we do not use the words cray-cray on this show. Thank you very much.
Why? What did she say?
It's the rules. Oh, I just hate cray-cray. I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I think I said it a couple of times. Jerry probably corrected.
Yeah.
Oh, I just hate it. I don't know. It's an abuse of the English language.
Oh, Jerry, you're so cray-cray.
Oh, jeez. Where's, let's see now, how can I get her off the show? Just kidding. We're
Give
looking
me
for
my
a
own
new
show.
co-host, everybody.
Just give me my own show.
There you go, Willow.
But no, that's really interesting. That is, I've never seen that photo, and I think it's crazy.
Yeah, that's apparently where the goat man lives. Apparently.
That's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
now, Kimberly, how did the goat man come about? Do you know?
No, I don't actually. I don't. I think I hear a couple of different stories actually, so I can't tell you which one is true or not.
Well, nobody really knows, but the big one that's out there is that a circus was
Yep.
going through town, and the goat man was actually a goat boy, and he was always ridiculed and made fun of and stuff. And as the train was, and that train comes through there fast, and it flipped, and it went down, and most of the people died, except for the goat boy didn't. And the goat boy had his chance to get away, so he went to go live up in the hills. And he would go back once in a while, and people would always be around. And he would go up on the tracks, and he'd make a sound like a baby. And that would bring people up there to look for this baby on the tracks. And he, would be able to move out of the way just in time for the train to come through to take people's lives. And he very much enjoyed it. So that's the story that's going on.
I don't know. If he's a young boy, that's just sad. Maybe he was just crying and sad, because he was all alone. I'm just saying. Let me put a spin on my version.
Right.
So was that an actual, but I remember there was a circus train that actually did have a crash. Is that the
Yep.
one?
That's
in
the
Wisconsin?
one. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, not in
No.
Wisconsin.
Oh, where was this
No,
one?
it was in Kentucky.
Okay, that's
This
a
is in
different one, I
Kentucky,
think.
Yeah.
There's another one, though, because I watched this show called Faces of the Forgotten on YouTube, and he goes around to different cemeteries, and he talks about, different people that are buried there.
Mm-hmm.
And the one was for a circus train that had crashed. And I thought it was in Wisconsin, but maybe I'm wrong.
I know what you're talking about. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Was that in Baraboo, maybe?
Chicago.
Was it in Chicago?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Well, I do believe Clown Train crashed. There was a... I'm looking for it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. There was one in Indiana.
Yeah. See, there's different.
Yeah, I
crashes,
guess.
apparently.
Yeah. Well, let's look for Wisconsin.
I thought it was in Wisconsin. I'm thinking maybe I'm crossing the Circus World Museum and that. I don't remember. My brain could be crossing those two now. I'm getting a little old, okay?
Well, no, I just think it's interesting because, there's so many stories about the goat man and, especially by the trestle there. And I just think it's interesting. And yet, I don't know. I just think of course, everybody has their version of the story and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, here's one in Oh, man, I hate when they want you to subscribe.
Oh, for
I know.
Pete's sake.
I know.
Oh, that's
You can't
just
search
stupid.
anything now.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. Well, it was 100 years ago, and it
Yeah.
was in Indiana, and a clown train
Okay,
rolled
maybe
over.
that was it. Yes.
20 bodies.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Oh, no. There was more than 20. So that's a different train crash. There was like 100.
Really?
Oh, wow.
It was the entire train, and everybody on board burned because another
my
train
God.
hit it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really bad. And so the memorials, people have left little clown figurines and all kinds of stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it's just
Look
really
at that.
sad.
Wow,
It
that's
was
just
very sad.
horrible.
It was
That
a very
is.
horrible crash. Like, even some that survived, they ended up dying from their burns. I mean, it was just really horrific.
Yeah, because there was some clown ones, and I think that they buried them in a mass grave.
Oh, these all
In
had
Chicago.
individual. Okay, this one had individual graves,
Okay.
but they would be like unknown, or because they didn't know all their names. Because let's think about a circus. You go by your whatever name they want to call you, right? And so it would be like lion trainer. That's all it would say on the little stone. So they would know who was where, but they weren't real sure. So a lot of families didn't claim them because they didn't know where they
Right.
were. Remember the days of running away and joining the circus?
That's true. Yep.
A lot of people did that.
That's so sad. That is super sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and how do you even know if your family member is even on there? You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. You wouldn't know.
Exactly.
And some were young kids that had run away from home, you know.
Correct. Right. Huh.
It was just sad. But I imagine that's got a lot of haunting stuff going on where those crashes happened, too.
Exactly.
Yep.
Still wandering, trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Is your cat back in front of the... Yep.
He's fat.
He's fat.
Oh, he's poofy.
No, he's over 20 pounds. He's fat. He's
And it's a
big fat
Russian
boy.
blue, you guys. Just like Bobo the ghost kitty was.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Well, Bobo wasn't that big, though. I think she was only like 4 to 6 pounds or 8 pounds or something.
Well, multiply that. It's a big Maurice.
Anyway, well, we got 2 minutes left, so just wanted to say to everybody, thank you very much for listening to us babble on, and I want to thank the troops. Looks like you're all coming home. That's good. So, you know, that's now we'll be able to have a couple of the troops on the show and kind of talk with them and everything. What else? Thank you, Para X. Thank you, Sarge, you stud muffin, you. And who else are we going to thank? Well, thank you, ladies.
Thank people in the chat room. Whoop.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for joining in.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very good. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a reason to be here.
Or to laugh, because there's some funny stuff in this chat room.
Oh, I know. Today especially. So there. Okay, well, hey, we'll see you all next week, and thank you again, Para X and Sarge, of course, like I said. We'll see you all then, and take care and have a great week, everybody. Be safe.